No, it doesn't.
In that case, it's just a case of like Zacharias would have to do it though.
How long does it last?
1 hour per level instead of 24 hours.
We need to kidnap like a lawful good farmer or something.
That shouldn't be too hard.
No. Yarathon. Go do it.
Sure.
This farmer working his field and Yarathon shows up, snatches him, flies away.
Are you lawful and good?
I have observed you for some time.
We gave back the wallet to the merchant after you discovered the...
I need you for something.
that.
Oh.
For that act, you are doomed. Like I so enjoy Yarathon having these like
so pity.
yeah, so petty tortures or petty statements that it does.
I'll be able to steal all the carrots in the heartland.
They are mine, and he coils around them. None shall have the carrots. I am Yarathon Carrot Bane.
It used to be so much.
Well, you know, he lost his old heart. Maybe he snapped and is now going to make a heart.
He snapped. He's going crazy. I would like to talk to Yarathon at some point, because he is a fun guy. And I like teasing him. But for now, then with that sorted... Oh, well, there goes the internet connection again. It's been a bit up and down today, honestly. Let's see if we can get back. I'm not sure. I don't think it's me that actually disconnecting this time. It might be whoever's hosting the call, which is like TDS. Technical difficulties. Hello?
Hello, Jonathan.
Why are you saying IDCs?
I know I kicked out and everything else worked, so I thought it was...
Well, I'm not even hosting Skype. Manikai is, I think.
Oh, okay. You! Exactly. It was me all along! You fell for my trap! But yeah. With that, and the fervent hope of Zacharias that you will not alert in presence, he will skip off to Gaston Hall to meet the Baroness.
Skipping Lich.
Yep. By the way, Manikai, why, like from now on, assume that Zacharias is using his Hat of Disguise melded crown to appear as like human and hide his lich form.
Yeah.
Might want to change his token then too.
I like this token.
I know, but
And if I do the disguise thing, it's gonna screw up forever. So I don't want to.
You know, I'm technically disguised, but I'm not changing it yet. When I find one I like, I might change it.
Kyron should change that peasant.
I don't have that token anymore.
Hello, oh goodness me. You know, Farmer Turnips, he was a freaking wrecking ball, that guy.
I do have this token.
Get wrecked. Oh, yeah, that guy. He's the most fearsome enemy.
I still don't know why I made a token out of a random guy I found on Google.
Oh, Manikai?
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention, one thing Azurus would have done would have been call both of his hellhounds here onto the island.
Sure.
Yeah,
Horsh is going to be here too.
We need him to prowl the island and kill anyone intruding.
Yeah. If anyone other than us are on the island, feel free to kill
We'll
us.
soon exterminate all the wildlife.
Well, ignore the wildlife.
Good riddance.
You know, we just added another predator to the ecosystem. That's fine.
Yeah. Giant monster predators that are never sated.
We need so many monsters for this island, though, like the bunyips, the Hydra. We need to get our Hydra back.
You'll never see that Hydra again.
We will get some
Minion
Hydra.
quest, go!
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know. Zacharias will call in like Grumblejack and say, "You will get a Hydra."
You will get a Hydra. Well, I get some booze.
Fools! I have
Well,
suffered you long
there
enough.
is that no, not the lion scorpion thing in Gaston Hall.
But like the Hydra was taken from us. I think like I kind of want a Hydra.
Take it from us.
You know, if we ever get a Hydra again, it'll just be taken from us again.
We can like infuse the Hydra with like super magics from the island and make it like a mega Hydra.
Well, that's something that could perhaps be done with the.
Oh, I want it so much. Anyway,
It sounds like a plot from Godzilla, and you know what it is.
Yes. Then
Godzilla
we need to
versus
find
Hydra.
a Moth so we can get Mothra to fight
Oh
our
yeah,
I want
Hydra
Moth.
Godzilla.
Mecha Godzilla built by Cash.
Well,
Yes.
you do know
Clockwork
that.
Godzilla.
Yeah,
I
Clockwork
forgot
Godzilla.
what Godzilla's main enemy is. That dragon with 3 heads and 2 tails.
I don't know what he's called. Anyways,
Ghidra, the 3-headed dragon.
yeah.
We could
Shall
summon
we head-
we can summon Tyrannosauruses.
We call it Godzilla.
Like we can actually have Tyrannosauruses on the island. Think of it, guys. Think of it.
Just summon 3 and use a lot of duct tape to
Give
tape
no
it
room.
Banana.
No,
Banana.
no.
Banana.
No.
Banana. It's gonna be so.
And a little piece of amber.
No.
Oh.
Maddox, you haven't even
Welcome.
seen the movie. Be quiet.
Welcome to
Jim,
Jurassic Park.
oh, you play that game.
Oh.
Oh, it's
No deal.
such a good movie. Such a good movie. Anyway, yes, with that, Zacharias will go off to Gaston Hall to talk to the Baroness and also talk to Mott.
Oof.
You're so screwed.
How do we get to my friend?
You
Oh no.
didn't you take teleport?
How?
You
You
take-
You said like when I level up, I'm gonna take teleport. And then we'll
That
level
was
up.
for next level.
Oh.
we haven't actually leveled up between sessions.
Yeah.
Zacharias glares at you, you complete imbeciles, all of you. You're powerless without me.
Shut up.
I can get to Davrin and back.
I mean, it's not
Surprised.
particularly close to Math.
Zacharias grunts. Very well then.
People take a ship there.
Get
Take a few weeks
close.
to sail down the coast.
Nice and pleasant.
We just take Geraphon and have him.
Closest place you could teleport
Carry us
is
there.
Rendiscar.
Oh, well, that's
That
true.
might not be Thorn's Manor.
Yeah. I wonder what's
Like-
in that place right now. That cellar was pretty kick-ass.
That toad swamp
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
where Grumblejack used to live.
Uh-huh. And look at him now. He has
Yeah.
gained so much.
And he's no longer like a brigand.
Oh yeah, that's true. Green Guardsman actually gave us a pretty good lead there. We did help the Thieves Guild, and they promised us to do shit for us.
Yeah, inside
Uh,
the city.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that Grumblejack knows what is magic and what is not.
So that might be actually a pretty good lead to look up while I go to the Baroness. Yeah, well, with that, Zacharias will teleport the group to Mathrin, and he will pick one of the like rolling hills or something outside that he clearly remembers from his travels there.
I don't think he remembers them well enough to do teleportation there.
Then you would need to fly.
So, what about the whole we're helpless without you?
You fly
No,
over
I don't-
the entire island.
I don't feel like flying. Oh, fine.
Well,
Oh,
Wait,
I
time
like
to
this
windwalk.
current situation in my head. It's like, let's go to Methrin. How?
Buffoons!
Kyron, Marcus,
Uh,
get here.
I could teleport to that scholar place, but they're probably full of scholars in there.
Would
It would
Zacharias,
look
would you like
weird
the
when an
ability to fly
unsanctioned
as well?
teleporter just appears. If you go to Gastonol, you can look at the map there. Let's just see.
Let's see how long would that take traveling 60 miles an hour? Where is the island roughly on this?
A little out of Fahol.
Wow. Well, I thought it was way more south.
But yeah, it is. That was Jack
Yeah,
Amber's thing.
At Shalgammon's place. We're like,
it's like
Out here.
250 miles south, so
Alright.
around there. So it's
Well,
like 300
100?
miles?
I get 100.
You probably don't want to fly over the land, though.
Yeah.
I probably want to stop some distance away, because 3 people flying, I mean, that's conspicuous anywhere.
Well, I mean, we can stay very high up while we fly, and then go down, like creep down, like over a hill or something, and then just sneak in.
Plane, it's a ledge.
I mean, if we stay on like a mile high up, like nothing
one's
will
gonna see
actually.
us.
No one will see us.
They won't see. No.
Well, if they will, it's like it's a bird, it's a plane.
You're not going to tell what it is flying that high
Unless like one of the peasants, like it's
with
like
the telescope.
yeah, that's a freaking telescope. Like those clouds look strange.
I've seen some planes in my time, and this is not one.
Exactly. So basically, flying will probably take a couple of hours. And like basically just sneak around the coast, and like on an early morning when it's foggy or something, land outside Mathrin and enter.
Trying to get
And
an
outside
idea.
Mathrin is very populated with small villages and
Sure,
idyllic hamlets and
sure, that's fine.
craftsmen and lots of farms.
Sure,
Some
I
of the
get
best
something like
farmland
Oh.
outside the heartlands.
but that it's not impossible to land undetected. It's just
yes. So Jonas, I did a rough calculation. Something like 6-hour flight.
sure.
You might all know that Mathrin is on one side of the little sort of entrance here, and the Adarium is right on the other one.
Oh, good. We're in the Darium side.
There, it's immense walls and.
Do we really want to approach from the Adarium?
We have to.
Because if we go this side, the Adarium's on this side of them. It's on the.
You do
this
realize that the Adarium is not actually like this map. Like the Adarium is such a small little blip on this map that like it's a building.
Oh no, it takes like 6 squares.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like it doesn't cover the whole land. It's just a building. Like pass a kilometer from the building and you're safe.
When the actual town is on this side.
Yeah, well,
Can't-
still on a mile high, even go 2 miles high, fly over, land on the other side of Mathrin. It takes like a minute and then it's done. Like it's simple.
Can't we just, teleport to that swamp we were in and then fly from there?
Certainly
Technically
can.
from there it'd be a very short flight, but...
Shall we go to Brandon's car?
Yay!
All right, Monica. I hope you have Brandon's car prepared because we're going there.
See you next session.
Teleport into our old soul.
Yeah, we know
You can
that
probably
one.
imagine that the security has been upped a little bit.
Oh, has it
Up
really?
enough to stop level 14 characters?
Well, I suppose we'll see.
Yeah.
Here at the cell, anti-magic fields kicking in. And
That is some upgrade. Yeah, but sure, we.
usually pretty great. You never discovered that whole story of why it was so easy.
It's true. Well, Zacharias can, if he knows of the lack of teleportation in the group, he will prepare enough teleportation spells for this. So, okay, sure, he can teleport the group to Brandon's car, or
And then
close
from
to
there I
Brandon's
can
car, and from there we can fly south quite easily.
I'll have everyone having flight on them, including Zacharias will have flight, so afterwards he can fly if he wants.
Yep. And then Zacharias will go to Gaston Hall, and the rest of the party will go into Mathroom from the east side.
Fly!
Do we? But I actually am quite curious about about Brandon's Scar and like Thorn's Manor. Just flying over them and taking a look.
Well, Thorn's banner is gone,
I expected that.
seemingly burned down,
Oh.
completely ruined and collapsed.
Is the basement still there?
You don't know.
Do I invoke the Bone Devils to check the basement?
Like if you go, will you really go close by the scar?
Yeah, Zacharias will actually go a little bit closer. So he can actually see it. He's curious.
Sure, it's there. It's big. It's nice. It's being
Nice.
apparently being built on.
It's been expanded.
Crane and whatnot.
I am very tempted to go there and just wreck the whole place.
Yeah, that can be bonus session.
Zacharias does Brandon's Scar.
Solos.
Yep. Solo
Solo
instance. Yep.
Speedrun.
Yeah, so from Brandaskar, we're, I guess Team PC minus Zacharias is going to go cloud mode and fly.
And get captured in Mathrin.
You're flying over Mathrin, soaring low over the roofs.
Like about 18 feet being that, so
Plowing
it's
is
going to
loaded?
take.
That's-
If we travel only by land,
Well, why would we? We should probably. Well, we kind of need a secluded spot somewhere, like a forest or something.
well, not exactly. We just
There's
need
a lot
somewhere.
of lot of forest here.
We just need somewhere no one's looking.
Mostly grass, like magma spearing from Brandiskar
Um,
all over the land in a flaming
Ignore
trail.
the magma.
I mean, you can just land in a barn or something where you
Yeah, yeah.
smoke. I mean, it's just,
Yeah, it's not a problem. I'm just seeing how long it will take, which is not very long. It's going to take us just over an hour now.
Probably just 2 hours.
An hour and a half, actually. So
See this beautiful land.
there we go. So we fly.
so untouched by the war.
And then, of course, eventually we're going to go ahead and stop. But, yeah. Well, when we find somewhere secluded, as close as we think we're going to get, then we'll try and
Fly
make a
until
touchdown.
you stop.
We'll make a secret touchdown somewhere before Mathrin. I don't know how close, but wherever we can do secretly.
And then you'll begin to walk. I assume. A group of weird strangers walking.
Well,
Or maybe we find a carriage somewhere that we can acquire. And then it doesn't look as weird anymore.
Steal a carriage.
Yeah, sure.
Horse.
I don't know. It's an idea.
That barn we landed in, I mean, the farmer's like, oh, hello, kind visitors. And you're like,
and funny enough, I do have hand-to animal.
yeah. And Karen is like, good day, sir. I would like to purchase a wagon. I will pay 10 golds for it. And he's like, oh my god.
Here, have my firstborn too.
Exactly.
Why, thank you, a snack.
Surely the good people of the Mathrin farms would be able to part with a wagon for a few
Actually,
gold pieces.
carriage is is pricier than that.
Yeah, but you know, just a wagon would do, right? You know, you sit on a wagon and we have some wares.
Gotta buy wares too.
Sure, from the farmer.
We have some of Azurus' amazing paintings.
It's
There you go.
true.
Painted
going
with
to-
dragons.
Yeah.
We're going to sell
Statuettes.
Gerafon's carrots.
I also have statuettes.
He's like, no, brother, no! It's all I have!
I need them. I need your carrots.
You will relinquish these carrots to me right now, Yarathon.
Why are you saying he has carrots?
Yeah, hisses like, curse you, brother!
Oh, we made a joke earlier of Gerafon's horde now being carrots for some reason.
Huh.
Let's have a look. Vehicles. How much does a carriage cost? The carriage is 100 gold pieces. Or if you want to ride in the carriage, we just pay 3 copper per mile.
For some reason, I thought you said a carrot. And I was like, what?
We're going to ride a giant carrot.
No, 100 gold pieces for one carrot.
They're the most delicious carrots.
But I think
If you pay double the price, you can get one. Sort of instantly.
Yeah.
Instant carriage.
Instant carrot, just add water.
who was to pay the 200 gold pieces for the carriage?
I will
But
not.
you're- We all know
everyone
you're
looks at each other
loaded.
like 200 gold pieces.
I'm not as loaded anymore.
That's that kind of money.
I just burned like almost 15,000 gold securing our damn island with forbidden stuff on the vault on my own. So I'm kind
Kyron
Fine.
spent,
We're not even there.
Jonas, Kyron spent 18,000 gold pieces on a tavern.
that is some tavern.
Just putting that out there.
Fine. I'll pay the 200 gold pieces, but now I'm not even at 15k.
Well, you own a carriage now.
Cash should pay.
What?
Oh, well, there goes my connection again. It is really, really bad today. Oh, how sad.
Firestorm.
And there goes my call again. You need to kick me.
We firestorm the carriage and now need to find a new
So
one.
I am being the
If
driver of
or from the.
from the map tools. I think is more appropriate because he's in the
Okay.
call.
Okay.
Oh, I'm kicking him alright.
Get that fixed.
We should have like Grumblejack as the carriage driver.
I am being the damn carriage driver.
Okay, fine, I can pay.
I've already paid.
Okay.
Urchin is happy and left. let you take the carriage, and if you want to buy a horse too, he'd be happy to part with that too.
Honest Villanids
is
discount carriage.
Discount carriages.
Yeah.
Of cabbages. There's
It's
cabbage.
going to break after a
Yes,
mile.
a carriage can have a carriage includes an enclosed cab, which can hold 4 people, 2 spaces for 2 drivers, and 2 horses. What other beast of burden?
Do you have a cover story to enter if they ask who
Oh.
you are and what you're doing here?
Looks like a noble, and he has a scholar with him, and like a peasant man, and a woman and a vampire. Hell, my.
I mean, we're all disguised, so we make ourselves appropriately disguised, right?
I need to fetch my token.
Catch it
Actually,
here. Come on.
Trusty Tony's carriages. That's even worse, Elwood.
Will you enter the city from the north or the south?
South?
What do we know of the city?
Well, I mean, it's the capital. It's the city of light.
What would Marcus know?
You know that it's built upon 7 hills. Marcus knows a whole lot of stuff, but he's not very talkative right now, apparently. He'll certainly tell that he was trained on Varzil, the place of the military in the capital, the standing army, where the big chapter hall of the Knights of Valerian is located. He can tell you where that in Catseal, the great cathedral is built. Got any other questions?
What is the difference
Merchants
between the
generally do take sort of the difference between the church and the.
the two entrances?
Oh well, I mean, it's really what road you're coming from. It's also which side of the river you're coming from. There's a river going through the city.
What is there a particular stuff on one side of the river compared to the other?
Yeah,
What
it's not on each. So.
Well, where would merchants most likely come from?
The
If it
river.
doesn't matter, then we come from.
They would sail
there.
on the river.
Oh. Huh.
Dude, it can't be that weird. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
People probably question heavily if a merchant came with a cart. Or they might just not care at all.
Why would they?
It's also a possibility. Marcus will inform you that there's no sort of order or there's no wall around the city. So you can't just kind of go in there.
And we.
And nobody's kind of going to try to stop you, because why would they? There's almost no crime.
Exactly.
Usually there's about 6 months between a mugging.
That's impressive. So, are we
That's
gonna
sort of
mug
the
someone today?
Genius thing
I
that
think
happened.
we should.
Well,
But
if there's
everyone
no
will-
problem entering the city, then why do we bother with all this? I guess a carriage would be
Why
faster
enter
than
from the
walking.
north or the south?
The south.
I think
vote
we
for
should.
the south.
I think we should mock someone so they get a little nervous about it. Oh my god!
We are the best villains ever. We are arriving in a carriage and then we're going to mug someone to
Well-
make them scared.
Well, they said it hasn't been 6 months yet.
Oh.
Crime increased 200%.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I exist.
Yes.
And we enter from the south if we know that it's not going to make a huge difference which side we enter from.
Well, you don't know anything of the sort.
Yeah, exactly.
Assume that. He's not really gonna
Yeah, what is how do we all look in the carriage is the big question. Would Kyron be willing to disguise himself as something particular? Is he just going to be a shopkeeper? Is he going to be like a bodyguard?
I wish I had that peasant token I was using before, but Kyron would basically look like this bulky farmer dude.
Why would a bulky farmer be an expensive carriage?
Because he's helping you handle the horses, of course.
Then you're not inside it.
So you're being my stable master.
I don't know, that's a horrible idea.
Is that what you're saying? You're being my stable master.
No. Well, he would just make himself look slightly less
Actually, since I'm being
That should be fine.
a driver, the nobleman is Cash. My noblewoman.
Well, that'll fit her just perfectly.
Then of course you have your lovely bodyguard Marcus.
Yeah, but don't put him so close, you know. Put
He's still
him
a bodyguard.
put him over there.
I think he can be here.
He's made of bats and flies away.
Yeah, I guess driver, noblewoman, and 2 bodyguards. There we go. That's believable, right?
Yeah, that's fine. You know, can Kara make himself look like a bodyguard?
Is it weird for an elven noblewoman?
Yeah, very.
Okay, let's
Elven
check.
nobles.
Let's
There are
go.
half-elves.
Let's go human then, shall we?
Same as Barkins, really.
You could go half elf or humans. They're both fine.
Human would probably be better.
I think human is much more.
Very well. Lovely human woman. Human, not orc.
A little nervous.
The orc is not driving the carriage.
Professor, kill them, he knows!
You know, my disguise is not being followed, though. If anyone's disguise is followed, it's one of yours.
You can certainly enter. And, as you do, the southern road, you do see one of the hills, one of the 7 hills. This is the Sorzil. Marcus will note that this is where the Knights of Valerian are, and sort of point out their chapter hall rising up with the banner and their crest rising up, It's where the old chapter hall of the Griffin Knights were located as well. It's still there. It's where, sort of in the distance, you can hear you can sort of smell oil and such coming from there, and you can hear the distant clatter of weaponsmiths and armorers working. Generally, you can see sort of a lot of military people working and moving about this area. Not as many as there's room for, clearly. Most of them are probably away, whatever they might be doing somewhere. As you continue, though, you go down to one of the burns, basically sort of the little dales around the hills. This one is known as Southburn. I'm not going to tell you, and it is probably the most miserable one in the whole town or city. As you sort of move into it, you see what is the poorest people here. They don't really seem to have a lot. However, their house is not dirty or nasty. They're just sort of little houses with ticket fences, and it's it's white and it's clear. There's a little Mithrin star over every door, and you see these little chapels on the streets where what seems to be some nuns are giving out food and help and medicine to the poor. And even the poor here, they seem happy. It doesn't really seem like unemployment is much of a problem. It doesn't really seem like there's much of a problem at all. In this one particularly, you see a lot of slaughterhouses and a lot of sort of tanneries and such, and it seems that the smell is quite strong here as it floats south out over the sea. Also, you see that there is a statue of the victor, and sort of in front of him, kneeling, a statue of Machidian V.
I'm
Smile.
disapproving.
Be happy about it.
Yes, my character will look happy about it. Inside he's not.
Oh, such a beautiful statue. I didn't copy my token.
Same map. We just moved.
We did? Oh, there we are. I am tired.
So carriage is coming on this road.
It's the crest of the city, sure you know.
Oh, dear.
There you go. You've gone broken tine again.
I didn't break. It was just...
The crest didn't used to look like this, if you can probably guess.
The crown or the sun or...
Oh, the Mithrin star in the middle of everything.
It probably looked very different.
No, if we're going in carriage formation, it's probably something like this.
You know Cash don't want to be next to Marcus.
You know,
Well, it's a carriage. We kind
He has
of...
to kind of sit inside of it with him.
we'll swap bodyguards then. Marcus will be out in the front driving with me.
the peasant will be the bodyguard.
No, he's
No, he doesn't look like the poorest of peasants. He just looks like a normal big dude.
Your mage armor's disguised to look like a suit of like chainmail.
The mage armor shouldn't even be active.
It is.
It's not. Just never take that off because I always recast it.
To the city.
Yeah.
Marcus will inform you that close by the next to the hills, you can sort of see the edge of it over here. That would be the here. If I pronounce this correctly. Cathsill? Yeah, Cathsill. It is where the great cathedral is, and where recently, some of you would probably have heard of this if you've sort of been talking around. The King Mercadian, the fourth, the Cellared, was actually named a saint of the Mithrin faith, called known as Saint Mercadian the Pious, for his work with ridding the land of Asmodean, a religion.
He didn't do a very good job then.
Oh, he did a very thorough job.
Now time to.
As you look around, you don't really see any churches or anything dedicated to anyone but Mithra. And, at least those versed in history would know that in the Barcan times, Asmodeus was maybe the prime religion, but there were many others.
Now it's only Mithra.
Now that cathedral needs to
You do see a lot of prayer candles in the windows as well.
Damn it, I can only
Like
light
people
candles.
here would subscribe to such things.
Cantrip can only light candles, can't extinguish them.
It wouldn't be suspicious at all, just this carriage going past and everything going dark.
And you drive, people sort of nod and smile. And but you do see some people, generally some worried demeanors and such.
Worried demeanors.
Seemingly not everyone is completely happy here. It looks like a very, very good place, but bad things have happened in this nation the last couple of years, and so yeah, they're not in a very good mood.
Oh.
Kind of somber.
Oh.
You can move into the city if you want. Probably easier if you follow the big roads, but
Chug the carriage.
Well, it might be more inconspicuous if we kind of just left the carriage somewhere and went
Well, we can't just leave it in the middle of the street.
yeah, I mean, like, park and then just wander away or something. Or come back later.
Is there an inn?
Yes,
Here?
that was what I was going to ask. Every city has some sort of underside with a tavern with really shady people in it. And I'm sure Mavrin has
you look
something
around.
similar.
You don't really find a shady tavern. You found sort of what looks like kind of a village inn.
That would do for this purpose.
It's sort of nice looking, cozy, small rooms probably, modest food. But the innkeeper is nice, and people are friendly. They help around sometimes. They get by.
Yeah, the kind of tavern we need is something where people go to get drunk and complain about things.
Doesn't
Well, but
really
just
seem
parking
like
the
you can find one in the Poor Quarter.
That is very odd.
You do find chapels though, where people can go and talk to a priest.
The problem is, this is not the kind of city which has a shady.
Yeah, but even a city like this has a slightly less pristine area, I'm sure.
I think this is the least pristine.
Marcus will inform you that he's never been in one. But of
Yeah.
course, he didn't really go to the Poor Quarter when he lived here.
I mean, all we can park our we can park our carriage anywhere. Any tavern will do for parking the carriage.
Well, we need to kind of figure out what we actually want to do. We could just randomly walk through the city and explore a bit, I suppose.
We could just keep the carriage rolling through the city and looking around.
Yeah.
You were going somewhere.
Also, the Thieves Guild, weren't they, located in the capital?
There is a agent somewhere in the capital.
Yeah, agent. That might be good enough if we can contact him somehow.
Easier said than done.
While that is happening, what's Zacharias doing?
Well, Zacharias will visit the Baroness in Gastenhall, which he has no doubt acquired the address from Asurius, who knows where she lives, he told him.
Did Asurius give the right place?
He considered it giving a false one, but he didn't. He gave the right one.
Like the office of the
like
Inquisition.
a priest in a bathrobe who opens
Yeah.
it. Yes.
What?
Oh, her. She's staying over.
What? You.
You'll get to a very, very fine, noble manor then.
Mm-hmm.
Quite opulent, really. It seems that some sort of Gaston Hallish artist would live here from all the different sort of weird. It's kind of abstract art he's making. Probably not really something that anyone else in the kingdom would like. But in Gaston Hall, that sort of thing is embraced.